Nico? What are you doing in Wanda's room?
What does it look like? Ileana said this grimoire is filled with pretty powerful magic. There's gotta be something in here. Something to break the stupid spell your mother cast over Wanda so, we can all go back to being normal. To being friends again.
If you intend on breaking Lilith's hold on Wanda, you are going to need to use magic as dark as hers. Are you up to that?
Have you seen me use the Staff of One? Yeah, not exactly the stuff of fairy tales. Unless you're talking about the creepy old original versions. You know, the ones that sound an awful lot like your childhood. Just because I don't go around broadcasting my dark side like some people do, doesn't mean I can't handle my fair share of dark magic. I know what I'm doing.
I never said you did not.
It all made sense in my head. We'd find Wanda, smack around a few Hydra dirtbags, bring her back to the Abbey, and Caretaker would bake her a cake. I wasn't exactly envisioning Wanda trying to murder us. Or you trying to do the same thing to her.
The Wanda you know would never hurt you, and I would never hurt her. This was someone else.
Must be nice to tell yourself that. I bet it makes it a lot easier to release them of whatever you want to call it when you put them down. Sorry, but I'm not buying that, Hunter. Well, that was before you had me on your side. How about you give me a chance before you start swinging your sword next time, huh?
You have my word.
Good, because I'm gonna hold you to that. Well, unless you have anything to add to this free Wanda brainstorming sesh, I should get back to her grimoire. I'm not leaving one page unturned until I find a way of bringing her back to her senses. Till then, later. Well, looky who it is.
Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No,
Why?
because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magic, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Ileana? I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Ileana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda, but until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
Magic just does not understand what you have been through, Doctor.
Of course she doesn't. She hasn't experienced an inkling of the universe that I have.
Then why let this bother you?
You know why? I just don't feel complete without the sanctum and all its prophetic perks. Like I'm not quite myself.
So you can no longer peer into the future. But that is not where your true value lies. Maybe it is time to reframe your place in the world.
Perhaps you're right, but I do not know where to start.
You can start by realizing that you are the Sorcerer Supreme, no matter where you rest your head.
Thank you, Hunter, for your wise counsel. Now, if you will excuse me, this Sorcerer Supreme needs to figure out a way to save us from this mess.
Back from your little field trip. I'm surprised Caretaker hasn't ripped you a new one yet. Going behind her back with the backup singers of your pop-punk band was really risky.
Magic and Nico needed my assistance. I could not say no.
Hey, I love hijinks. You gotta have real big cojones to go after Wanda like that. I'm talking huge.
I will not ask what that means, but thank you?
Really? You don't know what... Never mind. Lessons come later. Between you and me, I would have done the same thing. Not because I love causing a scene, but in our line of work, we need to bend the rules. Play fast and loose.
Some rules can be flexible.
Gonna be honest, didn't think we'd both be on the same page there.
How come? I am capable of choosing what rules to break or submit to.
Because you're the fancy schmancy legend. I thought rules and order were your bread and butter.
Then I am glad to have changed your perception of me.
Now you're the fancy schmancy rule breaker. If you ever want to break more rules with your little posse, count me in.
I wouldn't have guessed we'd become such fast friends.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Ah, I see.
I'm quite pleased with these results.
What have you got for me, boss? Cross your fingers. These should definitely give you an edge. Later.
What brings the great hunter to see an old friend?
Let's do this. Don't stress it too much. See you around.
A little friendly roughhousing among close compatriots? I must confess the loss of the Sanctum Sanctorum has deeply affected my focus. For the first time in quite a while, I feel a sense of mourning. Sentimental, I know, but I cannot shake the sense that life as I know it has changed for the worse.
There must be a way to recover your home.
And that is the only thought that keeps me going. Tell me, Hunter, if Lilith's forces captured the Abbey, if they prevented your return home, what would you do?
Lilith does not belong in the Abbey. We kicked her out once, we would just do it again.
A confident boast, but Lilith's power far eclipses your own. How could you possibly evict her?
By relying on all of you.
I see. Thank you, Hunter. You leave me with much to consider. Let's endeavor to meet again soon. Our time together is always illuminating, Hunter. Nature's poetry is a bird dancing with the wind. That was lovely, Hunter. But we really should get back to stopping the end of the world. I've always been fond of this color. It reminds me of the psychic flares that often coincide with interdimensional travel. Warm greetings, my friend.
I wanted to apologize for last night. I just couldn't believe what you and the rest of the Sons did, and needed time alone to process. I knew I underestimated Nico's desperation to save Wanda when I realized she swiped my spellbook. I keep thinking, if I hadn't given up on her so easily, if I had listened to them, helped them, I could have prevented them from going out on their own and risking all. Do you think they are right, Hunter? Do you think I gave up on Wanda too soon?
Try not to be too hard on yourself about what you did or did not do.
But it's my job to make the best decisions for the team with the given information. And this time, I feel like I failed spectacularly.
We are all doing our best.
It doesn't feel like it right now.
It does not have to.
Oh, I can't help but be reminded of Lilith. Maybe if I tried to save her centuries ago, we wouldn't be walking the apocalypse we're in now. Well, I ought to pull myself together and face the day. Thanks for the word, Hunter.
Despite your growing fame, I see you still...
Hunter? Until we speak again.
Thanks, Hunter. My lucky day, huh?
Later.
I always welcome a visit from a trusted...
These vampires are getting out of control, and it's all Deadpool's fault. Blah, blah, judgy judge.
Don't be so harsh on him, Sarah. He's super brave and super awesome and super handsome. Thou saveth my behind from foul beasts. Thou shalt henceforth have my undying devotion.
Aw, shucks. Really tickles the cockles of my heart.
We won't judge you. I don't even care that you're...
Working for Dr. Doom?
On my honor, in accordance with the Mercenary Code, I can neither confirm nor deny the identity of my client.
You. Honor.
At least tell us what this unidentified physician client hired you to find.
On my honor, in keeping with... No, wait, I can answer that one. A little something called the Magna
Carrigo.
That's it.
You mean the vampire Holy Grail?
Is it really that bad?
The ancient relic my blood-sucking cousins believe will cure them of every weakness? Sunlight, silver,
Garlic breath?
Finding it wouldn't be melodramatic. It would be cataclysmic.
Unless you happen to be a vampire.
And? Have you found it?
This close. Tracked it to some backwards country full of mud, goats, and potatoes. Transia. Like that's a thing.
Transia. Why does it always have to be Transia?
Mud? Goats?
The Abbey is from Transia.
So is one of the Midnight Suns.
Love Transia. Love it. What's better than mud wrestling? Except goat wrestling, huh? And a huge fan of tater tots here.
Stop talking. We have a relic to hunt.
And I have the coordinates. Straight from my client's mouth. If he has one behind all that... never mind.
Do not stray from path.
You're not mad that I dissed your ancestral home.
Let us walk in silence.
Want to play the silent game? Oh, I'm so gonna win. Never mind, I lose. Like all things in life, I end things prematurely. An old abandoned castle? If that doesn't scream Mambo Cerebro, I don't know what does.
First rule of relic hunting. An old abandoned castle is almost never abandoned. We have Hydra vampires up ahead.
Acknowledged.
You think the vampires joined Hydra, or was it the other way around? Ooh, which reminds me. Dear Hydra Bob, are you a vampire? Love, Deadpool.
Proceed with caution.
No time to dilly-dally.
Of course.
Well, guess what, everybody? I'm okay. Question. Is blood-sucking abomination a higher rank than Goon in Hydra's power structure?